welcome to Consciously Healthy. I'm Claire.
And I'm Laura.
And what are we talking about today?
We're talking about a goodie. Actually, they're all goodies, but this is a really goodie. We are talking about the importance of the temporomandibular joint.
Ooh, I liked how you very specially pronounced that.
Well, thank you. And this
with no hint of your West Country.
Well, thank you. I'm practicing. So the TMJ is our jaw.
It is our jaw, and we've done a lot of work with the jaw in our clinics, and the way that we work, and in the modality that we work with, the jaw is really, really important. So the jaw is that a huge amount of our nervous system response is actually around the ramus, which is the bottom of the jaw, around the bottom of the jaw. And so a lot of nervous system conditions we work with by giving a really good jaw rub. Another thing that the jaw is responsible for is there's a huge connection between the jaw and the pelvis.
Yeah.
So this kind of, if you think craniosacral, it's a different connection, but craniosacral also, we know there's a connection between the head and the sacrum. So a huge connection between the jaw and the pelvis. And it's quite funny because if you actually watch someone dance, they can't dance with their mouth shut. You can't get a good free and easy hip movement with your mouth shut. So actually we need to have a relaxed jaw to be able to dance and get our groove on. And the other connection with the jaw is between the jaw and the ileocecal valve, and the ileocecal valve is a little pendulous flap between the small, well, it's actually just separates the small and the large intestine. And so when we chew, it's like a signal is being sent, an electrical signal is being sent to the ileocecal valve to open, to move things out of the small intestine to allow for more to come in. So jaw is massive, absolutely.
God,
massive.
It is absolutely massive. One of the reasons that we work so much with the jaw is we have both trained in kinesiology, and kinesiology was born out of chiropractic. So it's incredibly, it's a structural technique that we use, and I would say I work on pretty much everybody's jaw. So like Claire was saying, it is linked into the nervous system and the endocrine system. So stress is it's a big one for the jaw. And so anybody who is clenching their teeth with stress, once this tightens, it can have a real effect on the rest of the body.
And that's the nervous system link, is because we need a lot of magnesium in our nervous system. It's also the very feel-good mineral, and if we haven't got enough magnesium, that's one of the reasons we clench our jaw really badly.
Grinding our teeth at night, that's usually a mineral.
Magnesium or calcium, can't it?
Yeah.
So,
and you were also saying that because of this connection with the digestion, I think this is why I rub everybody's jaw, I get involved in everybody's jaw, because the majority of people I see are suffering with stress or suffering with digestive problems. So if we can get the jaw, the stress out of the jaw, it's going to help with the endocrine, and if we can get it realigned, it's going to help with processing digestion a lot better.
Absolutely. And because of the nervous system, it's so important in things like chronic fatigue. It's so important with any neurological condition. So, massive for things like multiple sclerosis, anything like that, really. Yeah. So we do work with the jaw a lot. And it's kind of the whole thing with structure has been sort of thrown in my face this week, because I've been dealing with I have a lot of structural imbalances. Honestly, as I sit here and talk through all my things on this Consciously Healthy program, I feel so broken. I'm actually very fit and healthy, but the reason that I do what I do is because I have experienced so many health issues. Like, my physical experience has never been that great, like right from a young age. So it's why I do what I do, to actually improve my existence whilst I'm on this planet. And that's why I'm so passionate about health. And I can feel like I have a really bad sort of problem with my hip, and my hip's a bit twisted. And I can definitely feel the difference if I'm stressed. I absolutely feel the difference, because I can feel that my pelvis rotates. And from chiropractic and kinesiology, we have a really big long muscle in our thighs called the sartorius. And and this relates to the adrenal glands, and when we're stressed, the sartorius can just tense and tighten, which means it sort of shortens, and that will literally rotate the pelvis. So I feel the difference. But if I just was to work on the adrenals, it kind of doesn't really go, because actually once we affect structure, it could be that we're affecting structure, we get a splinter in our toe, there's going to be a knock-on effect the whole way up the structure, which actually then, you know, finishes off at the top of our head. So the jaw is massive. Likewise, once we fix the jaw, it will reset the posture the whole way down. So it's so important, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Another reason that I would work on the jaw is for people with headaches. So we talk about, you know, working around this part of the jaw, but the jaw actually comes up here. We actually
Can you describe that for people listening?
Yeah. Oh yes, thank you. I forget that this is
like radio. Yeah.
As well. So when we look at the jaw, it's not just around the chin and the face. It's also around the head.
Yeah, so all around behind the ears.
Temporalis and the...
Yeah, so literally pretty much, because we go around the back of the head as well, don't we? Right around the back.
So good.
And so the whole of the skull is involved, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, the jaw is a really, really big one. What are your top tips for the jaw? I've got quite a few going on.
So I would, it's an interesting one, the jaw. I would definitely say if you are clenching your teeth a lot, and if you've got muscle pain in other parts of your body, I would be suspecting magnesium.
Yeah.
I think magnesium is huge. So if you don't want to take a supplement without having seen a practitioner and get it recommended, then just increase your magnesium intake via your food. So that could be macadamias have got loads of magnesium in, haven't they?
I love macadamias. It's fats as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Macadamias.
So increasing your magnesium is definitely first port of call, I think, with a clenching jaw, tight hips, magnesium.
I know that a lot of my structural issues came after I had a brace fitted. So I sucked my thumb as a child, and so I pulled these two teeth forward, so they stuck forward like rabbit teeth. And so then when I hit 12, 13, I was given a brace for 3 years to pull everything back into alignment. And that is when I started to experience more back pain, more digestive problems, more endocrine type issues. And so having a brace is a really interesting one. I would say finding an alternative holistic dentist is a gorgeous way of
because they won't do it visually, will they? I mean, I know someone who had a brace for years, had horrendous back pain, digestive issues, went and saw a holistic dentist who actually gave her another brace to realign the jaw, but as opposed from the traditional, this is how your teeth are going to look perfect, they actually did it in line with how her mouth needed to be, and all of her back pain went away. So she still has beautiful teeth. She said it's weird because they look different now, but beautiful teeth, just more, I suppose, perfect for her, not stereotypically perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I see a lot of clients who've had dentistry work done and having a jaw fix afterwards, it can be really, really relieving. The other top tip that I would have for the jaw is to stop chewing gum.
Oh yes, good top tip.
Because you are putting extra stress on the jaw, and you're also giving incorrect signals to the digestion to say food is coming, and when food doesn't come, it can really start to cause digestive issues. So throw your gum away.
And actually those digestive issues can also cause backache. So you'd be looking at tackling, if you chew gum and you've got backache, it could well be because you're chewing gum because you're putting stress on the TMJ, therefore with the pelvis connection, or it could also be because of the messing up signals to your digestion, which can also be causing backache.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
So gum is just a no-no. Yeah. We could do a whole
thing on gum.
We could do a whole episode on gum.
What else would you say for the jaw?
I would say, actually, I just wanted to say something about braces, because after I started having regular TMJ balances, it was really interesting because my teeth were all very perfect having had a brace, and my bottom teeth have now moved.
Yeah. They've
moved quite substantially, and like they're still great, but it's just really interesting that my body's gone, okay, let's find my natural place again. So I was always told they wouldn't move, but actually they really have. So I would say, actually, for yourself, it's great to see a practitioner. I always recommend seeing a practitioner, but start to have a little feel around. So, have a feel around your jaw. So come up from where your teeth sort of finish and have a little bit of a rub in. Start to feel what's sore. If it's not sore, open your mouth. That's all there. Yeah. Have a little rub around. And then also come up behind your ear. Feel up into there. Is that sore? So you can do this yourself. We're always rubbing our head, aren't we? Rubbing our jaw. and just start to feel, and then just keep rubbing it. I mean, don't really hammer it, but just rub it, you know, come back to it, keep rubbing, and start to feel yourself. You can relieve your TMJ yourself.
A really good assessment tool that I like to use is to ask people how many fingers they can put in their mouth. So I've had clients who can put 1 or 2 fingers in their mouth.
So we're looking at making it vertical, not horizontal. So so that's 2, and then ideally we're looking for 3, right?
Oh,
it hurts it.
really?
It
Oh
hurts a
god,
little.
no! I've got quite a
Slack jaw.
Let's put it like that, and I can get my whole hand in.
Impressive.
Well, thank you very much.
On that note, tune in next time, and who knows what we'll be talking about.